Yes, sir. You can continue now.
Okay. So I am Sarajit. My full name is Sarajit Poddar. I live in Singapore. I'm originally from India, from West Bengal, but I'm here for more than 20 years now. So my Jyotish journey started when I was only 13 years old, and it is more than 35 years. I'm continuing, and over these years, I have studied almost all the important texts, and I was brought up into this discipline by my paternal uncle, my father's elder brother, who was a great Shakti sadhak, and he was a great astrologer. He was a professional astrologer, right? And of course, my father was also a palmist. So somehow, the interest was very natural to develop, and I started, studying palmistry first, and then, of course, in near about 1990, I went into Jyotish. Right? Let me not call astrology, because for me it is Jyotish, because it gives light. It shows light, life's direction. So regarding my experience, of course, I have seen hundreds of charts. I have not been a professional astrologer, but if you have the knowledge, then of course you get a lot of people reach out to you. And of course, that's very important that you practice the knowledge in real life cases, because without practicing, you don't know what fails and what's successful. And that is advice to everyone, that whatever lecture you attend, whatever books you study, unless you take up, 10 charts, 15 charts, 100 charts, whatever is possible, you wouldn't know what works and what does not work. And Jyotish is a subject unlike science. You need to develop a personal connection with the technique that you use. You need to know that where you should use it, where you should not use it. So practicing is important. So I have been practicing. I have been practicing real life cases. I have solved many complex problems. The problems where people were going into jail. They were convicted with criminal charges. And their life was completely upset. But their life could be brought back to normal. So with Jyotish, you can help people. You help people recover from very difficult diseases. You can help them, avoid big troubles. You can help them choosing the right field of study. You can help them choosing the right course of work. You can prepare them when someone's promotion is due, or when to go even ask for your salary raise. You can help people in several ways. So I'm going to cover how do you use Prashna to guide someone when someone comes to you regarding their job related questions. What are the areas you should choose, and how to even do a Prashna, right? What is the technique involved? There is a process involved in everything, and I'm going to cover. Um, while I cover, I will also share some practical experiences. It is not about just telling you a theory, because you can read theories from books. But I tell you what works, what does not work, and how to do it. What happens if someone asks for their own job versus a father comes to ask for their children's job? A friend comes to ask for their friend's job. And what do you do if, let's say, no one is even asking? You want to do it yourself. You want to help someone. Someone is suffering and you want to do it yourself. What do you do? Right? How can you use Prashna to answer such questions? So I guess this is my quick introduction. Maybe I can shorten it.
So this is about the first topic, no? You can introduce second topic once.
Okay, all right. So another topic that I'm going to cover is how do you see someone's career from their Janma Kundali? it is a difficult area. Let me tell you, it's not a easy thing. It's not that you can study Jyotish for a couple of months and be able to really use it. Of course, the basics are the same. The basics, you use grahas, you use bhav, you use rashis. Then, of course, you use Rashi Kundli, Navams Kundli, Dekan Kundli, and the Sams Kundli. But there are so many options available, and it is very easy for someone to get completely lost. Should I look into the 10th house? Should I look into the 6th house? Should I look into the 2nd house, 11th house? Which house should I look into? Should I look into the Rashi Kundli, Navams Kundli, Dashams Kundli, Dekan? Where should I look? And then we have so many other techniques. Should I look into nakshatras? Should I look into nadis? People might think that, oh, this technique works and that does not work. No, that is not the case. When you start using Jyotish, you see that all techniques work in some other context. You need to know where to use what. And you need to even fine tune your technique to match the situation. How do you know that? Let's say if you are very, straight-jacketed in your approach, if you have used a technique in one case, it worked, and you think that it's going to work in all cases, it's not going to be the case. How do you even verify that this technique is working in this case or it is not working in this case and you should apply a separate technique? You need to have this understanding, first of all, that flexibility is key in Jyotish. And you have to adjust your ways of looking at a kundli based on your interaction with the person, right? It is not fixed. There are hundreds of techniques. They apply in different places. So what I'm going to show you is when someone comes for consulting on their career, what are the things that you should look into, right? What should you look into? How do you use Rashi, Navams, Nakshatra, and even some of the Nadi techniques. I have seen Nadi techniques work beautifully, provided you know and you know how to use it in conjunction with your normal chart reading techniques, what we call Parashari. So I would show you how to bring all of them together and come to a conclusion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. So अब इसको हम लोग थोड़ा क्रॉप करके we'll make a complete introduction.
रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप करके रिस्टार्ट कर
जी सर.